All right, so we're up. I think we're up and running. I got a notification on my phone. Everything looks good. All right, so let's do this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 8 of the Pernicious Chronicles. Have a few introductions to make, and we're actually going to start with Kim. She's going to be Mina. She's playing Mina today. So, how are you doing today?
Me?
Yes, you.
Doing great. How are you?
Doing outstanding. Next up, we have Zach, who is playing the human rogue Carsey.
Hello.
Next, followed by Reed, who is playing the Valinari Ranger Balefire. How are you today?
Doing pretty good. How are you, Patrick?
Outstanding. It's
Glad to-
it's Wednesday. We're streaming. This is always fun.
Woo!
I'm trying to think. Sorry, you weren't here last week. Playing the what are you? Damn it, you're Wood Elf.
Wood Elf.
Yes,
Wood
Wood
Elf,
Elf monk. We have Randy. We lost.
We just lost Jess.
We did.
phone.
No,
I
you-
dropped my phone.
Oh goodness.
If it's anything like Bellfire's laptop, it's dead.
Oh my goodness.
It says my video has stopped.
You should be
Yep.
able to.
We can hear you though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, there we go. Back.
All right. And last but not least, we have our new player, Jess, who's there was something pink.
Yeah, sorry, that was my pencil.
No worries.
I'm having phone difficulties. It fell off the box it was on.
I think we've all had difficulties trying to get everything started at one time or another. But she is playing the mysterious Cree, and you guys will learn about her later on.
It's all very exciting.
How are you today?
I'm great. A bit frazzled after trying to get everything working, but otherwise fine and excited to play.
So we're happy to have you. Unfortunately, Aaron can't be here tonight. Oop, somebody's went off.
That was me.
Um,
I hope it doesn't kill this chat.
Nah, you're good, man. Yeah, so Aaron can't join us tonight. He's having his own issues right now, but hopefully he'll be back next week, and there'll be 6 players on this chat, and we'll see how that goes, if you guys make it through tonight. As I start to evilly laugh. Okay, so we're going to do a quick recap, but let's see. Who did the recap last week?
I think it was Aaron.
Okay, so Carsey, you're going to give us a recap. Tell me what happened last episode.
All right, so my memory's a little spotty compared to Aaron's. So, oh goodness, can someone help me from the start? Seriously.
Well, let's see. Carsey took a man to bed. I think
And
that's
ignored a
the biggest
storm.
detail.
Oh, let me start. Oh yes, now I remember. So we get into town and we learn that the captain has been taken prisoner, and we need to free the captain to get to our ship. And Mia informed us from tips she got from her bartending job that we need to free her non-aggressively. So we learned that from someone in the poor town of my hometown, Levres, that she was probably being falsely accused. And so we go and figure out who actually did it. And we learn it's the captain of the town guard. But we have no evidence whatsoever. So we all go off on different paths to try to figure out how this worked. Mina goes back to the bar. Tilly, I don't know what he did. He went to go do some blacksmithing. Balefire pretended to be drunk for a while. And then me and Effort went to go and listen to the town guard. So, do you want to say something, Patrick? What's up?
No. You're good. I was gonna chime in, but just so Jess is aware of kind of what's going on. The reason they're looking and trying to free the captain is because they need to get to the Isle of Serpents, and there's only one ship in the region.
The Isle of Serpents.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Notes.
there's one ship in the region, and they've come to the port town of Levres, only to find out that the captain has been incarcerated. So that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Cool.
Go for it, Mr. Carsey.
And so Karsi starts flirting up some dude to try to get some information when all of a sudden we were attacked by sky people. We were attacked by Win Genasi, or genocide, whatever, however you desire to say it. And in the commotion, it appears our captain is getting away.
Okay, so to elaborate more on what he's talking about, there were these air genocide, and I'm going to call them genocide because Gunachi sounds like a chocolate dessert. So that's what I'm going with. So the storm approaches a lot quicker than anyone anticipated, and lightning bolts started just coming down. And riding these lightning bolts were these air genocide. So they came down, the group hesitated, and then they got attacked. So they started fighting these air genocide. And then they found out that the ship's crew had used this opportunity to go and break the captain out and are trying to get to the docks.
Hold up. I'm going to hold you to your word for a second. Is it the group or is it just a few of us?
What do you mean?
Because Mina's knocked out, Bellfire's doing his own thing, killing people, and I don't know what's going on.
The group of
You
sailors.
told me to go.
Oh,
kill
okay.
people.
I didn't blaming you. I was giving you a compliment, okay?
So at this point, if I remember correctly, Bellfire is at the back of the tavern. Mina is knocked out, isn't she?
Yep, I'm unconscious.
She's
Karsi-
stable.
Karsi is
Yes,
standing
stable.
over her. He's the one that made her stable. And then Ethrin, you are actually in the thick of it. You found yourself running after with Tilly, actually. And there's a huge battle going on right now at the docks. And the last thing you saw was Tilly trying to shoot up at one of the air genocide that are floating about 30 to 40 feet up in the air. And his baby cannon backfired.
I was gonna say it's gonna go wrong every time he tries to fire.
Sad but true.
So he gets like this wave of force just throws him into the ocean.
I'm like, and quick, just like introduction quick, 15 seconds before that, he tried to do that earlier, and he got thrown back into the wall of one of the buildings.
Valid point.
Yep.
So this happened to him twice, like 2 times in a row.
I think was it like in a row, or was it there was the one turn in between?
It was in a row.
Yeah, it was definitely in a row.
Yeah, he should just give up on that cannon. It's
It's
the rolls are not working for it.
not at all.
Let someone else use it.
So he's had some issues, that's for sure. All right. So now this is what's going on. I want to make sure that I get this right. Since Aaron isn't here, everything is still going to happen the way that I had planned, just because that's the way it goes. Starting out first, like I said, Ethrin, you saw him flying into the water, flailing into the water, because at this point he's unconscious.
Oh man.
And all right, so the battle rages on in the makeshift market. All the while, some of the sailors from the Drunken Plague have managed to break out the captain. You guys actually learned her name, correct?
No.
No?
Well, maybe they did, and I just didn't write it down.
No. Well,
She's just the captain.
her name is Issa Underlake. Issa Underlake.
Oh, we definitely did not learn that.
Did not learn that one. Nope.
No.
So now you guys find yourselves. Actually, I'm sorry. Now they find themselves trying to navigate through the chaos to reach the docks, where Ethrin, you had actually noticed there was a guy sitting in a rowboat off to the west side of the docks, and he's patiently waiting. Like, all this is going on, and he's just kind of like waiting for something else to happen. So you assume that that's where they're trying to get to. All the while, the wind is just howling through the streets. Thunder is rumbling, and the sounds of battle are just surrounding you. And you guys can hear it from the tavern, and so you know that there's a lot going on up by the docks. And at this point, before I make anybody roll anything, Ethrin, I'm gonna move you guys on the map real quick. If I can move you there. Okay. And gonna zoom in a little bit. And I don't think we had the initiative open. But before we get to that, I'm gonna let Ethrin. You're gonna get an opportunity to take an action. Now, what you see around you, you see a bunch of townsfolk running. You see, as you look over your shoulder, come in between the town hall and the blacksmith shop, you can see that the captain is surrounded by her crew, and they're heading your way, and they're gonna try and make their way through. In front of you, you see air genocide that are on the docks, and you can actually see, because you weren't there, well, your character was, but you personally weren't. You can see that the marshal and his right-hand man, the captain, are fighting these air genocide along with some of the city guards. And at this point, what would you like to do? You had just seen, yeah, right. Welcome back.
I'm gone for a week, and this is.
You missed one session, and this is
Yeah,
what
I
happens.
know.
So you see Tilly now. He's since like risen back up, and he's kind of floating on top of the water.
Okay, so he's not drowning.
No, but he's
Okay.
not moving.
Right. And I can see that.
Yes.
And I can see captain and crew running. Well, we're all running the same direction.
Now there are two. The air genocide. They're floating in the air above you. It's these two that are nearest to you. They're about 30 feet up into the air.
And then what about these, or this one here? Are these guys on the ground?
They are currently on the ground, yes. And you see...
And is this the rowboat that they're going to?
No, the rowboat that they are going to is further...
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Down there.
Is it that one with the guy at the oars?
Yeah, yes, the guy sitting in there with the oars.
Okay. I'm like gonna leave Tilly in the water.
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Character sheet.
That's always a dangerous.
Oh, I heard it. What happened? What did I miss?
15.
Oh, it didn't show up on the chat because the thing's way down here. Okay, 15. Off a good ways, probably about 200 yards, actually about 150 yards between the ship and the ports. You see something circling in the water. And you also notice that Tilly is slowly getting, he's slowly drifting out with the tide.
Quick question. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
Are they trying to get down here? Is this where they're trying to go? The captain and crew?
Yes.
I thought it was over here by this dead guy. That's why I was confused.
They could alter their path.
Don't
But
be like that.
you see-
Story time.
I'm just saying they could see what's going on. They could alter their path. You never know. You're assuming that they're going to the guy that looks like the sailor, not a fisherman, because there is a difference. So, Ethrin.
I am gonna see how fast I can run, and then I'll let you know what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
What else? Let's see. You have 35, right?
Yep. And then, yeah, so I can run 35, action another 35. And then I can dash 35 if I use a key point.
Okay. So what are you trying to do? Tell me that.
I am just straight line towards Tilly.
Okay. So you just want to take off running and try and get to Tilly. You're just going to like run and just dive into the water.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give that to you. I'm going to let you take your entire action. You just take off running. You don't have to burn a key point.
Okay.
You get to the dock and you just jump to the water. And that's where we're going to put your token.
Okay.
All right. So you can go ahead and move and jump into the water after Tilly.
Okay, how do you do space again? Oops.
Space?
Make distance.
Oh, the little ruler thing?
Yeah.
It is the ruler on the side.
Ow.
Oh, has it been that long?
I can like get right up to him without without dashing.
If you use your... Oh, never mind.
Oops, wrong button. Where is my initiative tracker?
Hey, it's just shut up.
Oh, look. We're going to stay in the same initiative. Okay. Oh, good. Ethrin's on there. I like this. All right. Somebody roll me a death save.
Sure.
Wait, no, you're supposed to whisper it to him.
Oh.
That one doesn't count, Patrick. You didn't whisper it to you.
Well, Mina got there first, so it's okay.
She did?
Oh, okay. Good job, Mina.
On my screen, she did.
Yeah,
Oh,
on my
yeah.
screen too.
Yeah.
It does, remember?
Yeah, no,
She said you.
I got it. Okay, so let me write this down.
Hopefully that one was better than Carsey's.
It was.
You're not supposed to tell him. Okay. All right. Carsey, you hear all this stuff going on. You just stabilized Mina. So at this point, what would you like to do? At this very moment, you don't see any air genocide in the vicinity.
Do I hear them?
Do
I
you hear them?
Do I hear a commotion going on?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. Good.
Oh yeah, nice.
Good Carsey for you.
You don't hear anything around you, but you can hear off in the distance towards the port with a 23 that you hear people screaming and running at you, but at the same time you can separate the sounds of battle and know it's far away from you.
I pick up Mina.
Okay. What would you like to do with her?
I pick up with her and I look over to Balefire and ask, what do we do next? We're missing half our party.
Wait, he comes over to me?
No, I'm asking you from 10 feet away.
Oh. I'm like, don't come over here. There's 2 more Ignazi up here in the air firing in.
Try saying their name right. Oh my god. Oh, it's okay.
So you're gonna tell him that there's 2 more over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I don't want to go outside into... Oh, look, there's horses.
I tell them that they're floating above the building and that they have longbows.
Okay, I will chill here with Mina and I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Mina is stabilized, so you're gonna chill there. Now, tell you what, let's test your knowledge. Do you remember what the guy standing beside the door that's taking the weapons right beside you? Do you remember his name?
Carsey would not even know who this man is.
I'm asking just general knowledge.
No.
Does anyone
disappointed
get
in you.
to answer?
The only person who would know that would be you, Balefire, and Mina.
Mina's unconscious.
But I'm asking player knowledge actually.
Oh.
Oh.
Mina, what's his name?
What was the question? I was distracted.
She's unconscious.
You're asking player knowledge. What's this dude's name?
Dude. Keith?
Yeah.
No,
that's-
not
Not
Keith.
Keith. Okay.
Wasn't it Butch?
I didn't write it down.
It was
I wrote down a lot of stuff, but not
Butch,
his name.
Butch sounds about right.
Wasn't it Butch?
Butch was the dead guy's brother.
Oh,
That's who he's asking about. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm asking about.
Okay.
I was right. It was Butch.
Score.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, good job.
So
Okay. I got you
Um,
unconscious.
So Butch watches. Butch, you hear him rambling through some stuff, and Carsey, he looks at you and he says, "Here you go," and throws you a bottle.
Okay. How
And
convenient.
You catch this bottle, because I need Mina. I need her. And you recognize that it's a herbalist healing potion.
All right, I'm gonna pop the cork off, and I will just shove that right in her face. Is it what do I roll for it?
44 plus 4.
Wait,
So it's at
what?
least a minimum of 8.
That'd be a really bad roll.
Close.
Close.
Okay, so
She's back up.
she is back up.
Awesome.
You see her wounds start to heal. Actually, the big searing wound she had in her chest starts to heal up, and she regains consciousness, and she is back on her feet.
Yay.
I put her down.
She wonders why you were carrying her in the first place.
Yes, she does.
So she do-
So now, Mina, you come to, and Carsey is putting
Okay.
you down when you come to. So I'm actually going to let you take your action, because it is your turn. I had to look
Oh.
at that for a second.
Well, can I hold my action then?
I have 12 hit points now. I
No.
think she's a little bit on the confused side.
Okay. You guys can move out of there if you want.
Oh, hey, take the death mark off of your token.
I'm trying to. It's it's this symbol. Yay, I live. Cool. I don't know what she would do. She just
I explained to you again how half of our party is missing.
okay, well, I'll follow you, I guess.
Well, I was playing to. I don't know what to do right now because the town is under attack, and I kind of have an idea of where everything's going on. And so, do you want to go save the town with me, or do you want to stay out of combat and not go down again?
I'll follow you because I don't know what's going on, and thank you for healing me.
All right. Since you said that we can move, yeah. So I can use my movement now too, Patrick.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna dash then because I have no reason not to. Yeah. Okay. And then a boop.
Okay, I'll follow him.
All right, go for it. Bellfire, it's on you now, and you see, you saw everything that happened. That Mina got healed, and they just bolted out of the front door of the tavern.
Okay. Balefire is going to take his short bow. He's going to peek out right here. He's not actually coming fully out of the building, but he's like peeking out from right here. And he's going to let another arrow out at the person floating up there, because I'm not going to butcher that name again.
Okay, so you go to peek your head out the door, you look up, and they're not there. You hear the sounds of like wood, like something opening behind you and to your right,
Wait, behind.
coming from inside the tavern.
Hey, wait, inside the tavern?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go see what it is.
All right. So as you go, you get closer to the bar. You see that the door, the hatch that was on the floorboard, has now been thrown open, and emerging from this is Grimshaw. And he is decked out in full plate armor, and he's carrying a shield and a war pick. And he looks at you, and while you're looking at him, and he's like, "What's wrong with you, boy?"
It's like, not much. Let's go kill those suckers.
What are you waiting for?
All right, Balefire is going to track the technology that is right here because he had the hunters mark on them.
Okay. You sense that they are on the other side of the warehouse, over by the port area, or the center of the port area.
So they're right here.
A roundabout, yes.
Okay. Balefire's going to make his way over there. These two are floating, correct? Can
Yes.
Balefire see them over this building?
No, you cannot.
I cannot. Okay. Well, Balefire is gonna. Okay, let's see. I was there, and what's the movement? That was 4, so I have another like 25 movement. So
Grimshaw
Balefire,
Grimshaw like pushes you out of the way as he like hurries out of the door.
Balefire is gonna move over here, and then he's going to ready an action that should one of them appear. He's gonna loose an arrow at them.
Which one?
He's readying an action because he can't see them yet. So he's used up all his movement speed, and he's readying an action that should one of them come in range, like you
Gotcha.
can see them, he's going to happen.
Okay, perfect. So now it is. We're gonna move to the air genocide, and Ethrin, you're still in the water, correct?
Correct.
Good deal. We'll get back to that in a second. Okay, Garcia's back. Good. I was worried.
Just had to take out the trash really fast. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're good, dude. You're good. Life happens. All right. So all of this is going on. Like I said, winds howling, thunder's rumbling, and sounds of screams and everything just raging through. And then something catches your attention. It's something that's happening in the skies above you. Does anybody want to look up?
I will look up. Yes.
I'm going to close my eyes and just like shelter to the ground.
Wait. Patrick, whose turn is it right now? The initiative thing's not moving.
I know.
It's my turn apparently. Oh, it's not.
Just give me a second. We'll get there.
Okay.
I moved it because Bellfire was the last one to take his turn. Ethrin's in the water, and we'll get to him in a second.
Got you.
All right, so as you guys are looking up at the sky, the clouds start to break. Like something is starting to emerge through them. I'm sorry, I lost my place. All right. Then, emerging from the clouds is a sight that you can only describe as a large mass of earth that has been ripped up into the air and with a large keep sitting on top of it. And it's now floating about a mile above the drunken plague.
You said the keep?
Oh, it's way out there.
Oh yeah,
I
but
thought you were saying like it's on top of you guys. Good luck.
oh no, you got to think the drunken plague is only about 200 yards into the harbor.
It's a lot farther away than 0 yards away from my head.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, like I said, it emerges through the clouds, and as more of the flying mountain emerges from the clouds, you notice that there's a figure standing on the ramparts of this keep. When you look up at him, you can actually see that his skin is a light shade of violet. He has dark blue hair and a beard that hangs from his chest, or hangs to his chest. And he wears some kind of scale mail armor. You can't really tell. But what you do notice, the most important aspect of this being, is his size. And from the distance that you're at, you can estimate that he's roughly 30 feet tall with a very muscular frame. Give me a history check. And Jess, I'm going to throw you in on this one too.
Sweet.
Everybody gives a history check.
Yep. You get a history check. You get a history check. Sorry. That's my Oprah days.
Never seen Oprah.
I've only seen the memes, so you're okay. All right.
Wait, Randy, that was insight, not history.
Oh,
I was sitting there thinking that I missed Carsey's roll, but it's up there. It's at the top. He's got the highest one. Of course he does.
so mine should be 2 lower because I rolled the wrong one.
You did?
Yeah, I rolled insight.
Gotcha. So, Ethrin, as you're trying to get to Tilly and you're looking in the water, you see this happening, but you don't recollect what this creature is. But everybody else does. you've read the stories about him, and you know that this is a storm giant.
God.
And then before anybody, like, you recollect all of this, and before anybody can do anything, the storm giant motions down towards the whole town of Levres with like a swiping glow, and like holds his arm out. And when he does this gesture, more air genocide start to climb over the walls, and they leap off the keep's walls and are now flying towards the ground, kind of like with their arms back, kind of cannonballing to you guys. And there's a good number of them, and you can take the time to count them if you want, but I wouldn't advise that. So they're flying back. They're flying down at you guys. And Carsey and Mina, you hear, like, all of a sudden you hear screams, and then there's a commotion behind you. Like, it's coming from the road leading into the town. What do you want to do?
Can I turn my attention towards the entrance of the town?
Yes, you can.
What's going on over there?
When you turn around, you begin to see numerous figures walking through what looks to be some kind of teleportation portals, and it's a bunch of them. They're wearing black robes, trimmed in brown, and are various races between humans, elves, and just numerous races. And in unison, they begin to hurl fireballs towards this citadel, this flying citadel.
Not at us.
Not at you. So, air genocide, jump off the keep's walls. They're flying down towards you. You turn around, hear the commotion, see these mages, the Lyceum, coming through this teleportation circles.
That's who it is.
Didn't guess that one.
Did the black robes and the brown trim didn't give it away?
I don't know.
And
I got it.
they come in and they just start hurling fireballs up. And as you're watching the fireballs start going through, hitting some of the air genocide, some are making its way to the keep. And at this point, what do you guys want to do? So, Carsey, it's your turn. You see all of this happening. What do you want to do?
Some of y'all are going to get really mad at me, but Mina and I are going to live because I can't find you guys because you guys decided to run up. All right, let's see how far away. Mina, you're following me still, yeah?
Yeah, I'm following you.
All right.
I haven't followed anywhere near those fellows.
Do you remember the well we saw earlier? Yeah?
This one?
Yep, we're going to that. So, I'm just going to dash.
Does Belfar see them running through like this gap right there by any chance?
Can you do what now? I'm sorry.
Is he seeing
Did Belfar by any chance see them move past through that gap?
As they're running by, you can roll me a perception check. Let's see if you notice them.
No.
It's a small space between the two.
Yes, very much.
Yeah, do you notice them?
No, you do not.
No. Okay.
All right, so you guys just take off running. And some of the air genocide, as you're running, you're looking up because you like to watch over your shoulder because you're a rogue. You can see that they've kind of changed direction and are heading towards you.
Me in particular?
You and Mina, because you guys ran away.
Fuck off!
Wait, where are the said creatures that start following them? Are they in my range?
No, they're not in your range yet.
Okay.
All right. So, Belfire, not seeing them run away, you see all of this happen, and now we're on you. So, what would you like to do?
So I still think everyone's over here because I know they ran that way.
Yep.
So
You.
Balefire's, huh?
No, go for it.
Okay. So all of the genocide, is that right?
Yes, you're good.
Okay. So all the genocide, they're like all over here, over the water right now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And there's just like a ton of them.
There's a good many of them. There's probably over 30 flying towards the ground.
Okay. Wait. Does Balefire see Tilly right here, or is the wall looking for you?
You actually saw Etherin jump off of the docks into the water, and you can see Tilly is floating on top of the water.
Okay. In that case, if I see them, Balefire's going to move over here, and he's going to take his rope that he has, and he's going to throw it to Etherin.
Okay.
So he can pull him back in.
All right. Genocide's turn. Let's see. All right, so they're getting closer. The battle is still raging on behind you. They're not going to pay attention to you at this moment. What I am going to do is, Etherin, you see this rope come at you. So you can reach out for it and grab Tilly and try to get him onto the docks. So what do you want to do?
Well, so do I have Tilly like within arm's reach?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna see the rope. I guess I'll hold on. I'll like wrap it around so it's over here, or I'll wrap it around my arm and grab Tilly in the other hand.
Okay.
And then scream pull.
All right, so Balefire, since all you did was run over there and throw the rope, you can actually pull him back in if you want.
All right, I pulled him in.
All right, so using all your strength, you pull him up, and you guys are now on the edge of the dock.
Yeah.
And since Mina did it earlier, can you give me another death save?
Wait, who?
Mina.
Oh.
Ben.
Okay, that's actually a pretty damn good one. All right, so Tilly looks to be getting a little bit better. And then we'll go from there. So.
Is it my turn?
Not yet. Etherin, when you get up onto the dock, you're looking at Tilly. You hear this noise behind you. And you look up, and there's an air genocide that is flying, and he's literally almost, as you turn around, about 30 feet away from you. And he's coming in hot. And as he gets closer to you, he looks like he's about to attack, like he's getting ready to attack, and he's coming down. And suddenly, out of nowhere, you see this blur of feathers and this screeching of this bird, and it literally like slams into the air genocide and goes tumbling off onto the wood dock. And then it starts to stand up. And when it does, it turns and it looks at you, and it's this very stoic-looking humanoid creature that resembles an owl. It's about 6.5 feet tall, and it's a creature that you've never seen before, and you're just it's majestic, and you almost stare at it for a second. And that's where I'm going to let Cree take her turn.
Sweet. Do you want me to roll initiative? Or
I'm going to plug you in right here. And you're going to take your turn right after Tilly. So
cool.
That is what I'm going to do. So if you want to describe your character a little bit more in detail, we're going to take this opportunity for you to do that.
Cool. Basically, pretty straightforward. Giant humanoid kind of like an owl. If any of you know what a barn owl looks like, kind of like that. Cream feathers, light leather armor, has a scimitar at the side, looking ready for battle, basically. Yeah. Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go for it. I just put your token on the map, and you should have access to move it.
Cool. Where's the genocide that's I knocked out the air.
I actually need to move Tilly over here. He is right. Hold on. I got to put him there. Paste. Right beside you.
Sweet. In that case, I'm just gonna whack him with my scimitar.
All right. He's prone, so you get advantage.
Nice. Let me remember how to use Roll20. I click on it, right?
Yes. If you click on the scimitar,
Yep.
and then it should roll.
Cool.
All right. 24 is definitely going to hit him.
Right.
So roll
And
your
then-
damage.
7.
She has the luck.
She definitely
Yeah.
has the luck.
Yeah,
Beginner's
she
luck.
starting strong.
All right, so when you slammed into it, you hurt it, and when you slammed it into the ground, it took some damage then. So your scimitar is going to finish it off. So tell me how you kill it.
He's on the ground, yeah?
He is on the ground.
I want to kind of like step on him a bit and just sort of slit his throat. One clean movement.
Okay. So there you go. So you step on him and just slice your sword,
Kind of
and
like butchering, kind of like an animal. That's like they've done it a lot.
she's very good at her job. All right. So now we're back to Carsey. You have no idea what's going on over there.
Okay. All right. Are you sure you want to take this path, Patrick? Oh goodness, I could easily save them. All right. I look to Mina and I say, we have to go down the well because I don't see the main entrance being anything else we could do.
The well?
Yeah, because
Back in the bar.
what'd you say?
You're quiet, Kim.
Why don't we just go back in the tavern? Because they'd have to come in the tavern to attack us.
Yes, but she's not aware of the Lyceum that came into town. Yeah.
I was there with you.
Yeah,
I know
she
the
was there.
Lyceum.
I don't think any amount of taverns can save us from them. Personally.
They weren't attacking us. They were attacking the.
But you do understand who they are, yeah?
Yeah. But they don't know who we are. At least they didn't seem to know who we are, or they didn't care at the time. If all else fails, we can go hide in the tavern there's a thing behind the bar.
And you think for a second. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time my instincts are all like, nah.
I'm not going in a well.
You're not going in a well. Hold on. First things first, I'm going to look down the well to make sure there does look like there is an opening underneath and not just a death.
Not just death.
It wouldn't by being a well, it would just be a pool of water at the bottom.
You don't understand Carsey's perception.
If you want to roll for it, sure, go for it.
One day I'll make a macro for
your perception rolls. You look over and peer down, and you see the gleam of the water, probably about 60 feet down.
Okay.
So it doesn't look dangerous. Just water at the end of the well.
I don't trust it.
Hypothermia, drowning. What could possibly go wrong?
Versus fireballs and sky people and giants in the sky?
Well, if you're in the well, you're a fairly easy target.
Can anyone see me right now?
Didn't we get followed by somebody?
Oh, that's what you're asking? They are focused more on what's happening in the sky. So
I guess a bonus action to hide.
go for it. Roll your stealth.
I was about to say, why do I have to? Yes. Oh boy, that's a high number.
Nice.
Where
right.
are you hiding?
Trying this tavern idea of yours.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Okay.
Back
So
into the tavern.
you walk in and Butch is still sitting there just kind of like collecting things.
Is it first shift or second shift? Because first shift was Hank and second shift was Butch.
It's definitely second shift.
Okay.
Yes. It's definitely second shift. This Hank is still there. You don't see Butch anywhere.
Wait.
Sorry, backwards. It's definitely Butch. You don't see
Okay.
Hank.
Okay.
And you can still hear the whimpers of some people in the tavern that are hiding underneath the tables and chairs.
Okay. Am I hiding too? Am I supposed to roll for hiding?
Yes. Give me a
Okay.
stealth check.
I'm about as stealthy as a. Oh, I'm not stealthy at all. Just go with that.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so you start like trying to like do these little moves and stuff, and you think you're hidden.
I'm going to keep an ear out to see to listen to how the battle's going, but after that I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Bellfire, we go to you, who you just saw this this bird-like creature, humanoid, come flying down and kill this air genocide with skill that you've never seen before. At least not in this group.
I don't know. Talking about
Oh goodness. Okay. What are we gonna do? Sorry, I'm picking a macro from a short bow. Okay, so she's fighting a Agnazi.
No, she killed it.
Oh, she killed it. Okay. It didn't have the mark on it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I pull them up, right? So roll up here. I recoil my rope and draw my bow. And what is this Ganazi doing right here?
The air genocide?
Yeah.
Looks to be focused on one of the guards on the dock. Hey, so he's got his back turned to you.
What weapon does he have?
That one in particular is wielding a bow.
Alrighty, I'm gonna shoot him.
In the back. Of course you would. Go for it.
Alrighty.
Wait, did you roll?
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, what the heck are you rolling?
Sorry, I made a macro for it, but I named the macro short bow, but it doesn't show the name on there.
So you made it to roll everything. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. That way I don't have to like keep adding everything in each time. And then I add another 2 to the damage on that because it's a humanoid, which is one of my favorite creatures. So it takes, I'm guessing a 27 is going to hit, so it takes 10 damage.
But you still should roll it because if you're rolling with advantage, at least you have that already set. But anyway, so you shoot your arrow, it looses, and literally goes through its back and out the front, and the air genocide just collapses and tumbles off the dock into the water.
Wait, it tumbles into the water?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense. The arrow's going this way.
Don't fight the DM.
Too late. Tumbles into the water.
Drop its bow first.
Roll a d20 for me.
I just want the bow, okay, man?
It does drop the bow.
Alright, I'm gonna go take its bow.
You cannot on this round.
But I haven't moved yet.
But you coiled the rope up, you took a shot.
Yes, sir. It did.
Next round. It may or may not be there. All right. Moving along, it is the air genocide's turn. So hearing all the commotion behind them, the one next to... Actually, no, they're not. They're going to continue fighting. They're going to start falling from the sky. How does that sound?
Wonderful.
Cool.
Okay. So, oops. Well, it didn't copy. The one floated into the water. About right here. I'm going to put one. Flying over your head, some of the other air genocide just like continue on. But 2 of them kind of stop. They and start floating about 30 feet above you. and they start shooting arrows. The first one is going to go to Balefire, and the next one is going to go to Ethrin. So let me pull up there. The first one is going to miss Balefire because a 7 doesn't hit you. Does a 19 hit your armor class?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can use deflect missiles.
Is there a
Unless
roll
it
for that?
doesn't. Yes. When you do so, you reduce the damage by dexterity plus a d10 plus monk level.
All right, go
So-
for it.
Well, technically, you need to roll a damage first, Patrick, or do you have the damage?
I already have
Right.
the damage.
Okay.
Okay. So d10. So then plus what level are we? 2, 3, 4?
3.
3.
You missed one session, man.
Okay, so 9, and then dexterity is another 3, so 12. So it's reduce it by 12.
All right, so this arrow just comes flying at you, and you just swat it away like a fly.
No, he does not. He catches it, actually.
Right. Well,
I thought if you deflect it to 0, you can catch it and then re-throw it back at them.
I need to do a key. to do
Oh,
that.
okay. My mistake.
So there you go.
I'm fine with deflecting it. Yeah.
All right, so they're gonna. That's all they're gonna do. The other ones are flying over. The other ones are fighting. One more turn on those, and now we are going to move to Ethrin. Now it's your turn, sir.
Okay. So, owl, man, woman thing came down, and then I got shot at, and I'm soaking wet. I'm gonna grab Tilly and sort of drag him and sort of duck behind Balefire to like get Tilly out of the line of fire, and I'm gonna drag him as far as I can into this house. thing.
Okay, it's a warehouse, but yes, you can.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So I'll drag him and
Okay.
put him like safe.
And you can see that there's some supplies and stuff that they had started bringing in off the ships, piled up in the corners, and you can hear the muffled like whimperings of someone that's kind of underneath some kind of tarp over in the right corner, but there's no threat to you, so you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, so tuck Tilly in.
Okay, so darn, I need to give you access to his token, so that way you can. Let me.
Ignore that.
No, I'm gonna give him access real quick because he had access to yours. No, Carsey, you had access to Ethrin's last time.
Yep.
All right. So now we are on Kree. You see Ethrin pull this little gnomish-looking guy into this warehouse next to you. And then there's the 2 air genocide floating about 30 feet above that started raining down arrows.
Cool. I'm on the ground now, yeah?
Yes, you are.
I think I'm gonna stay there for now. 1 second, let me have a look at my spells.
No worries.
Can I, healing word's bonus action, isn't it?
No. I don't think
No, healing word. Yeah, healing word's bonus.
Healing
It
word's
is?
bonus-
Is it?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess. Cure wounds is not.
Cure
is the
wounds
action.
is
Healing
action.
word's is an action. Healing word's a bonus action. All right. In that case, I'm. Oh, but I can't. Oh well. Forget healing word for a second. I'm gonna fly up and towards the genocide above the water.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to this guy, and
Just takes off flying.
yep, he's gonna take a scimitar to the face, please.
And let's see what you roll.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. It looked pretty.
Okay.
It looked good when you took off. You had it, you had it going, and then you get up there, and he's a little more nimble than you thought. So you swing and you miss.
Ooh, bad. And then I can't see them in the warehouse, can I?
You can see Ethrin at the door.
He's not looking injured, is he?
No, I'm fine.
I was going to say, I don't think he is. I think the only one that was injured is Tilly.
Okay, cool. Forget it then. I'm just gonna stay up there in the air fighting this guy that I can hit.
Okay.
Also, am I allowed to like quickly run off for a second? I'll be back in like 5
Yeah,
seconds.
go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it. You're flying in the air, so you're good.
Yeah.
So I need one more death save.
We need at least one more death save, is what it sounds like.
All right, so you're good. So Tilly's
good.
stabilized, so we don't need any more. So I'll go ahead and tell you that.
Woo! Good job, Mina.
All right, Carsey, give me a perception check. Of course, it's always a damn in the 20s with these men.
It's what he is. I don't choose this luck, okay?
It was forced upon you.
You can hear there's commotion out in front of the tavern.
This way or this way?
Front door. The front door of the tavern. So definitely not
This
the back.
way?
Yes. The door you guys came in.
Mina, how do we want to do this? Do we
Out
just
the back door.
okay? Do you mind if I steal food from your work?
We're in the middle of a battle, but I'm gonna steal food.
I'm fucking invisible.
Go for it. We can pay him back later.
I don't think we're going to be coming back to this town. Is the thing.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay. I'm going to look for some food.
Okay. So you're just gonna start ransacking the tavern, and
My hometown.
so you find a couple bowls of stewed potatoes and some bread.
How many days rations?
How many days rations? If they keep, I'll give you 3 days.
That's a whole lot more than I have now.
Yeah, but stewed potatoes, I don't think it's gonna keep that long.
Not about that, okay?
Only Carsey. All right, so that was your turn, and now we are to Mina.
Well, I'm going to help him look for food because I think the answer is we're going to find food and get out of here, and we're going to be back on the road.
Okay.
So
I like the way you guys are thinking.
I'll leave the rest of my pearls here for the name that I can't think of right now.
Grimshaw?
Grimshaw.
How can you forget Grimshaw? Grimmy.
Because coffee didn't kick in today.
Fair enough. All right. Unfortunately, he had already taken all of the bowls of potatoes and the bread. So, you find, let's go, a jug of honey water, and
I'll write down.
yeah, that's it. Up here on the bar. That's all you find. That's what he left.
Didn't leave any alcohol.
If you just zoom out the map, it's beautiful. You just got all this bullshit up here, and then there's just us taking food.
So there's no alcohol.
No.
Just a jug of honey water.
All the alcohol. So, whenever people went into hiding, they took the alcohol with them. Yes, they thought about it for a second.
Got their priorities in order.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Okay, so
I guess I won't leave him my bag of pearls. That's okay.
I'm gonna steal his honey water, but I'm not gonna take his not gonna leave him any money.
No, it's probably better not to tell him
Thieves.
who stole his stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Thought about that for a second.
All right, so since you're the closest one to them, actually no, I take that back. Cree, the one that you took a swipe at, is actually going to literally take one hand, hold the bow, and then pull out a sword and take a swipe at you. Now, it is also important, not important, but I should note that they are wearing leather armor. And you I don't know. Would your character have seen an air genocide before? But they have this like light blue flesh, light blue hair, so it's unlike any creature that you've seen before. And he's going to take a swing at you. If I can pull up the character sheet, let's do this. Maybe. Nope, I take that back. He's not going to pull out a short sword. He's going to reach out with you at a hand, and he's going to try and grab you. And you see this jolt of electricity kind of go through his hand, but he misses you as he reaches out. And then he starts to float away from you. And when he does, you're actually going to get an attack of opportunity.
Did you mute yourself? Jess, can you hear us?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
do it.
Cree.
Oh, I didn't even realize you were talking to me. Sorry. I was in my well. Yeah, no, I'm gonna make an attack of opportunity. That's
Okay.
a good thing. Okay, scimitar. There we go. Hit him, I think.
Yes, you did.
Look at her. I love her.
Yeah.
Yay!
2 for 3.
Somebody who, yeah.
8. Slash and death.
All right, so he goes to move away from you, and you do catch him in his torso area. So this blue, like dark blue liquid starts to pour out of his skin, and you don't kill him, but he flies up another 30 feet into the air. So at this point, he's about 60 feet into the air.
Okay. 60 feet away from me or just 60 feet up in the air?
60 feet up in the air, 30 feet away from you.
Okay, cool.
And Balefire, the one that shot at you earlier, pulls out another arrow and takes a shot at you. And the arrow hits the pier. And then he is actually going to float out about 30 feet as well.
Okay.
So that's going on, and then we'll get to that in just a second. Etherin, your go, sir.
Okay, so the 2 genasi went out over the water.
Yep, they're still floating out of the water. They just went higher.
Okay. I'm gonna step out. And what's going on with this guy in the rowboat? Is he still sitting there?
Yeah, he's still sitting there, patiently
Okay.
waiting. Damn, I forgot about that.
Completely unfazed.
Yes, he is completely unfazed. But I'm thinking more of like the captain and all that stuff. They're trying to figure out what's going on.
Genocide, Lyceum, guy just sitting in a boat.
Guys, calling this guy.
So what about this guy?
Which guy? Ping him
This
again.
one? That one?
He is currently fighting a guard.
Is he on the ground?
Nope.
Darn. I guess I'll go stand next to Balefire. And could I, like, ready in action to, like, deflect arrows if Balefire gets shot at?
If he gets shot at, and yeah, sure, of course.
All right, yeah, I'll do
You
that.
can do that. Okay. Tilly would have been next, and now we are on Cree.
Cool. I'm gonna fly right after that coward that tried to get away from me.
Okay.
Sort of fly up and see if I can skewer him with my scimitar again.
All right, go for it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, good luck. We got her.
Well, yeah, that didn't last long. Welcome to the group.
50-50.
50-50.
Great rolls and awful rolls.
Do me a favor. Roll a dex save for me.
Dex save that
Yes.
I can do. Oh god.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Least graceful owl person.
You'll fit in our group nicely.
All right. So you fly up to him and you go to swing at him, but you kind of catch a breeze and you are thrown off balance. Even for your bird nature, you're still kind of off balance because it's an updrift, and because of this, when you go to swing, he actually catches your arm and disarms you.
No, my scimitar.
So you are now face to face with him without a weapon.
That's fine. It's fine. I can deal with this.
And we are now back to Mr. Carsey. Maybe.
Patrick, is there any way to add her to the initiative order?
I'll just have her taking Tilly's spot.
Okay, cool.
But my mic was muted. I turned to see what's going on outside.
You're invisible, aren't you?
I'm very, very, very stealthy.
Pretty much you're invisible. You see two figures in black robes approaching the tavern. Black robes with brown trim.
Does it remind... I try to remember if it reminds me of the people who attacked us at the temple of the monastery.
Definitely have the same makeup.
I leave. I mean, you can follow me or not, but I'm going to go find someone else. But I'm not staying in this tavern.
Yeah, we gotta get away from the Lyceum.
It was a good idea, but no.
It's better than the well.
I can move very fast. There. Do I see this nonsense going on over here now?
The nonsense over the docks? Yeah, you do actually. You see this. Yep, you do.
I'm gonna go regroup with my friends.
And this person is gonna run by you screaming for their life.
I tricked them. No, I'm just kidding.
How rude.
I can get there. I'll use my bonus action dash. All right. I look to the group. I look at Balefire and after, and I say, "Okay, does anyone have any plans whatsoever? Because staying here is not an option."
My plan is not to die.
That's not a good plan right now. I turn over to try to see these guys on the dock.
You see one that's his attention is looking across the water, towards the north side of town.
Okay, I need to explain something to you guys. Yes. Okay. So we have a giant island floating in the sky with a cloud giant on it that's trying to kill us now. We have the Lyceum to our backs. I don't think going anywhere. Okay, we have these wells we can go into, but Mina won't go into them for some reason.
I wonder why.
We might have to force her down there, but I don't see us getting anywhere else out of here. There's no road to the south. There's no road to the north.
Well, that sounds like there's only a ship left.
We cannot go to the ship towards the giant bloating cloud giant.
The focus is towards the town, though. If we go underneath them,
we do need the ship.
I look towards the ship to see what's going on over there.
You see a lot of people scurrying around on the actually, damn it, what's it called?
Deck.
The deck of the ship. There we go. But you can't really tell if they're what else they're doing.
Am I still in stealth?
Yes, I'll give that to you because it was one hell of a roll.
I sneak back in here.
Okay, and you find Tilly's laying on the ground, still unconscious.
We see. Oh, that is Tilly. I guess fuck it. I guess I'll pick him up.
He's very light.
Yeah, that's the really reason I'm doing this. All right, so I will let another turn go by and see what's going on. I end my turn.
Okay. Mina, it's on you now.
Well, I was gonna follow him, so I'm going to run. Running. I don't know how far I can get over here. Okay.
All right.
So
and I'm actually going to give you that you. When you round the corner, you saw Carsey kind of slip into the door.
Okay. And
so you know where he is.
And I can see these two. Like, oh my god, there they are. Cool. So, okay. Cool. What else is going on over here? You got a bird in the air with a genocide, more genocide, and hopefully no more robed figures.
No, at this time you don't see anybody in black robes with brown trim. You only see the air genocide fighting town guards.
Okay, cool.
So Belfire, it's on
All
you.
right. I'm gonna move over here, pick up that bow, knock an arrow, and shoot at the one that the bird lady's fighting.
The bird lady.
'Cause I don't think that my character actually met her yet.
How? Okay, so, and I'm not making fun of you when you say this, but when you say air genocide, you kind of like rush through it. At some point, I want you to pronounce the actual race
Nazi?
of which of what she is.
Is she a Kivu?
Oh,
Kivu? Is she Kivu?
She's a Arakakra.
She's an Araka.
Yeah.
Oh
Araka.
my.
Yep, I know.
Wait,
She,
wait, wait. Okay.
Arakokra.
One person
Arakokra.
at a time. Patrick, you say the name of it, and I will try and repeat it back to you.
we'll do it after the fight, okay?
Yeah,
Dying.
we're good. We're good.
Okay. Quick question: is this a longbow?
Yes, it is.
Finally! All right, I'm using this longbow, and I'm shooting that Gnazi.
Genocide. Okay, go for it. Chocolate dessert.
Does a 17 hit?
17 will hit it.
All right, so I do 14 damage.
How do you kill it?
So it had floated up, right? Leaving her like after it missed with its hand thing.
Okay. Cree, give me a dex check.
Oh, great.
You should be
Definitely
very
safe.
nimble since you're a bird.
Yeah, do you want a dex check or a save?
They're pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
no, you get proficiency with the. Unless,
Yeah.
well, depending on her class, she might have proficiency.
I'm not, but you know.
Ah, yeah, but it's the same thing.
See what this
Oh,
is. Okay, so unfortunately, she won't. So you shoot it, you're gonna kill it. I was gonna give her the opportunity to grab it as it's falling, but it slips past her fingers.
Bye. One in the ocean.
Oh, and I didn't say this, but when I picked up the longbow, I slung my short bow over my shoulder.
Of course you did. All right, so that is yours. Now it's on them. And seeing this one is going to get a red X over it because it's falling. It is still falling in the air, by the way. See what I did there?
Yeah.
The one that was shooting at you is still going to shoot at you again, Belfire. Ooh, does a 23 hit your armor class?
Would you think I was lying if I said no?
Yes.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so you get caught in the shoulder with an arrow, and you take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I'm guessing I'm out of range of Esther's block.
Yes. He didn't get that close.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and this time there's more air genocide actually floating, and they're, as you were turning and spinning and everything, you can tell that they're fighting the Lyceum on the main street of Levres, just so you know.
Oh,
And
cool.
Ethrin, here goes, sir.
Do I see the captain and a crew anywhere?
Give me a perception check.
That's why I don't roll with those two things. I just hate that sight.
All right, so I don't see anything. Are any of the genocide over here on the ground?
Yes, the one off from Belfire, behind Belfire, is on the ground.
This one right here?
Yes,
Okay. I'm gonna go up and smack him.
go for it.
probably doesn't hit.
I was going to say you have advantage. But advantage does not work.
Doesn't help. Yeah,
Doesn't
well,
help.
I
You
have another
swing
one.
wildly with your quarterstaff.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes, I'll give that to you because he's focused on the guard in front of him.
That's okay.
22 will hit.
4.
4. And you have one more, don't you?
I think I have to spend a key point to get that.
Okay, so
Pretty sure I do. Yeah.
so you hit it, but it doesn't go down. It takes 4 points of blunt damage. Is that all you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to go to Kree. You have an option about 40 feet away from you. If you want to try and catch your scimitar, you can use your move and your action to fly down and try to grab it out of its hand.
Yeah. Is he still holding it even though he's like dead?
He's falling to the ground unconscious. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Fly down and try grab it with my talony feet.
Okay. Actually, make an attack roll for that.
Okay,
Just for the hell
with
of it.
my talons.
13 is at least the one is on the other side.
Yeah.
So you fly down, you swoop, and you catch it in your talons, in your
Sweet.
feet.
Cool. And then do I have any movement left? Yeah. If I
Yes.
went 40 feet, I've got 10 feet
Yep.
left if I'm in the air. Cool. I'm just going to fly back up and look around.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. I see nothing.
Yep. Yep. You see absolutely nothing. There's some sweat got in your eye. So
Sweat.
it's like stinging. Yeah. And now we are back around to Carsey.
Hello, mic's off. I'm gonna take a peek out the door and look towards the island to see if there's still more dudes coming off the island, the floating island in the sky.
You look up, and there are not anybody. Damn it, I can't talk.
There's no one coming from the sky.
Yes, there you go. I was thinking ahead of myself. And you see the storm giant. He's just kind of sitting up there watching everything. He hasn't made any kind of move or anything. He's just watching, waiting.
Can I loot this chick on the ground here?
If you want to, sure.
I have very little options at this point. I don't want to fight this battle.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Come on, you're good at this.
Yes,
21. Okay. As you peek your head out the door, you look up and you look down at the body. You kind of glance over at all the fighting that's going on. And then you notice that you can see the sailors behind the blacksmith shop. And they're motioning towards the other side of the docks, away from where their friend is.
So all the way over there.
That is correct.
Do I know which one's their friend? What they're waving to?
No, they're not waving to. They're pointing to themselves, pointing at the boats out on the docks.
I'm sorry, can you reword that? I'm a little bit confused. So they're just pointing at themselves at the dock.
They're talking amongst themselves, pointing
Towards the docks this way over here.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
So they're pointing to the opposite side of where the other sailor is in the rowboat with the oars.
So any good loot on this dead guy?
Focused.
Hey, right? He's playing the rogue. Let's see. You find there's a longbow on this one, a quiver of arrows, and a dagger.
I'm always about those.
And it is also wearing leather armor.
I don't need that. I have leather armor.
I'm just letting you know.
All right. I'm going to relay that to Mina that the the captain's on the side of the blacksmith back there, and they're trying to get over here. And I also gingerly wave at the battle still going on and say, "Yeah, good luck getting through that."
Okay. So now it's gonna go to Mina.
Okay. So he just told me where they are.
Yep.
Well, I think we should gather our friends and try and, I don't know, head them off.
You hear some commotion behind you, Mina.
Okay. Turn and look.
You turn and look. When you turn around, you see that there is a member of the Lyceum, and they're starting to swirl their hands, and you can tell they're about to cast some sort of spell. And then suddenly, they stop, and they fall over. And in the back is a short sword.
Huh. Okay.
Roll a history check. Or an intelligence check. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oops, core. Sorry, I was on spells.
No, you're good.
Intelligence. Please don't be a 1.
Nice. You've seen this short sword before.
Is it Keith?
Is it Grimmy's?
It's
No.
not. A short sword.
You've seen the person wielding this short sword before at the monastery.
Interesting. Not a clue.
What'd you say, Ethrin?
It was Andrew.
Oh,
Andrew said it.
and
Can I guess who it is?
Mina's the only one that's seen it. All right, so
I
you still
recognize
have
it, but
yes.
I don't know it. Okay.
No, you do. You recognize it.
Okay, whose short sword is it then?
Kieran's.
Kieran.
The crazy monk we fought
Oh no!
that took us all out.
Oh no!
Great.
Well,
Well, it's just his
nice.
sword. So
That well looks really nice.
Well, I'm going to go this way and tell Carsey as I try and meet up with everybody else.
All right.
Okay, so Carson, she tells you this, that there's a short sword sticking out of the back of this Lyceum member that belonged to Kieran. All right, Bellfire. Oh, did you want to do something else, Mina? I'm sorry. I thought that's all you were going to do.
I'm going around the corner.
Just to tell Bellfire.
Say again?
So what happened? Bellfire?
Did you tell Bellfire, or does he not know yet?
Well, if I was telling it as I was running this way, you might have heard it.
you just say that there's a sword sticking out of her back.
You can yell it. Just yell
I
it.
said Kieran.
Oh, Kieran.
Kieran's sword.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
Jory. Can we get a token for him, or?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, Balefire, he's gonna. He still has that mark on the one Agnazi person. I'm sorry I said that wrong again.
Boy, it's a search of the G. Just get the G from me, and I'll be okay with whatever you say.
Agnazi.
The granola. Okay, just give me
The great grizzly.
The gorilla. The air gorilla.
Anyway, so Balefire, sensing the one that has the mark on him, he's gonna take another arrow and launch it at the one with the person with the mark.
Okay, go for it. 12 is not going to hit.
Did you see it? I'm working on the macros though.
Are you?
Yeah, look at the text that displayed.
Yeah.
He's excited about that.
Well,
I'm impressed.
it's very nice.
He's learning Roll20.
I don't know how to do that.
It says Bellfire takes aim and fires at the marked figure.
He's all grown up.
Yeah, I'm so proud. That's pretty awesome. He's been doing his research. I'm proud. All right. Do you want to move anywhere?
So where the bow fell, did the arrows? Did any arrows fall there too?
No. They would have been
Okay.
attached to the person in the quiver.
Gotcha. Ethan's there. Balefire is just gonna kind of move over here to this door so he can continue to shoot at people without being shot himself.
Okay. I guess I need to move Grimshaw around. Grimmy. Oh no. He's not dead. I put him right over somebody with a red X.
No.
All right. So you're good. Air genocide. Seeing that the friend died, this one's going to fly towards Kree and reach out with a hand extended.
Rude.
Did you say rude?
Yeah.
Reaches out and does a 16 hit your armor class.
That is my armor class.
So this jolt... I'm sorry?
It hits.
So this jolt of electricity forms and goes through its hand, and when it extends out and grabs you, it goes into you, and you take 8 lightning damage.
8.
As the shock jolts you.
Now that's just really rude. There we go.
This one's gonna make an attack there. He's gonna do that, and they're gonna kill this person. Moving him over.
Brutal.
All right. Yep. Very brutal. Ethrin. Oh, you know
Okay.
what? I'm sorry. I take that back. You swung and hit him. So this one's going to turn around and try to reach out for you. Because they like you.
Yay.
Does a 15 hit your armor class?
It did not.
Does not. Okay, so reaches out for you, completely misses you, and is not going to do anything else. They're not going to let you try. All right, go for it. Your turn.
Okay, so did I hear Mina mention Kieran?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try to smack this guy around a little bit more.
And then go find him.
Nice.
How do you kill him?
Well, he reached out with an arm, so I'm going to just take the arm and just like use it to leverage. So it's like I just like punch him right in the jaw, and then when he like steps back, I then take the quarterstaff and just crack his head open.
Okay, and down he goes as you crack his head open.
Sweet. Okay, so then I'm gonna run. See how far I can go. Kill him a monk.
There you go.
All right, so I'm gonna peek around the corner.
Okay, roll the perception for me.
11.
You do not see anything at this moment.
I don't see anybody there.
Nope.
Other than the dead person with the sword.
Yep. The sword is not there anymore.
Okay, but I didn't know where it was. Right.
When you went around the corner, you saw the robed figure laying on the ground. You had heard mention of a sword, but you do not see a sword.
Okay.
Okay. Kree.
Cool. This guy, when it gets elemental, I'll oblige. I'm gonna hurl some produce flame at him.
Okay.
11, I'm guessing, doesn't hit.
11 does not. So this is, you conjure the flame and throw it at him?
Yeah, no, I grasp onto my, because my talons are still holding my sword. I haven't got that in my hands. I'm going to grab onto my necklace and then sort of throw a fireball at him that then misses. Well, not a fireball, but a ball of fire.
And it just goes flying past his head, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Do you want to move any, or you want to stay where you're at?
No, if I move, he's going to get an opportunity attack on me. I'm going to stay right there.
Okay, so we have an airborne battle going on now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Carsey, you see Ethrin fly, like just run by you.
Yeah, I'll yell at him in a second. What is this woman wearing? What is this thing wearing? I don't even know what this is.
You can roll a nature check if you'd like.
I want to know what it's wearing.
Oh no, if you wanted to try and determine what it is.
I don't care about that. I'm just trying to figure out what's wearing.
Cree, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing leather armor, nothing fancy.
All right.
Well, leather armor and a bunch of feathers.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna pull out this longbow and I'm gonna shoot the thing attacking her.
Okay.
Because she's not wearing Lyceum robes.
Nope. And she attacked the air genocide, so you know she's not allied with them.
Well, Lyceum are attacking the air genocide, weren't they?
Yes.
So this is I'm from stealth. Yeah, so I get advantage, and it doesn't know I exist. Yeah.
That is correct.
All right. Awesome. Awesome.
So 19 is going to hit.
Well, I'm not done.
No, I'm completely
There you
aware.
go.
All right. So, yeah, what's a snack attack? All right. So your snack attack damage killed it. How do you kill it?
I'm kind of rusty with the bow since I gave my last one to Balefire, and a little shaky at first, but then I let go of the arrow, just flies straight through its like head, and it falls to the ground. I drop it. I drop the bow. I pick up Tilly again, and walk out the door. I yell at Ethan, "Where are you going? We need to go."
He's here.
Who's he? You know what? I don't even care. We need to get towards the other side of the top. So I will use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
I can get me solidly right here, there.
Wow, so you're just going to take off running?
Yeah, I mean, I have Tilly in my hands and a shield in the other, so.
Yeah, he only weighs like 20 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a baby. I land my turn.
Okay. Mina.
Since Belfar is close, I'm going to tell him that, hey, the captain and the crew are...
Somebody's blown into their mic.
It'd be me, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
The captain and the crew are that way, and I'm going to take off running too.
Okay.
Without getting attacked.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can run by them without getting any kind of opportunity attack. They seem to be focused on other things at the moment.
Okay, awesome.
All right.
And that's pretty much it.
That's what you're going to do. Belfire, you see Carsey and Mina take off one way, Ethrin goes the other way. Decisions.
Righty. I'm still gonna attack the person with the hunter's mark on them. So I'm gonna knock another arrow and let loose again.
What is that? What is that one?
The one is the D8 of damage.
Wait, which one did you have? Which one did you have hunter's marked?
He didn't have it on the board. I don't think.
Didn't you just kill him?
It was the one that was over here that you said moved over here. And so I just told you when I first attacked that I was going to attack that one.
Ping it.
It was the one that had the cloak on, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that was the one that was over here on the last one was cloaked. So, and this was the only one cloaked this time, so.
All right. I give that to him this time. So, total 9 points of damage. Arrow goes through its side. It screams, but you do not kill it.
It was 11 points of damage. It adds another 2 because it's a humanoid for my favorite creature. I just don't have that in there because it might not always be a humanoid.
Let me see. Let me make sure that. Nope, still doesn't kill it. It's barely hanging on by a thread.
Okay.
Okay, Balefire. This is metagame. This is a tip. You can use the draw tool and then for your mark, and then you can move that around.
But make it a different color than red.
Yeah, I was just testing it out, is all.
Wait, what?
Do you know how to use the draw tool? And
Yeah.
Make like a small dot or something. I don't care.
I can always put the mark on him as long as he tells me which one it is.
And then you can move the dot around.
Let's go green.
Okay.
Just for you to remember.
Gotcha.
All right. Do you want to move anywhere?
Yeah, I'm gonna move this way, and I'm gonna take the arrows off of this body.
Okay. So you start rumbling through the body. Seeing that you just shot this one, she's going to turn to you and she runs up and extends her hand out towards you.
Was she on the ground?
Not on the ground. She was like below, like I'm trying to think. She was off the docks, and she had to jump up a couple feet to get to you.
Okay.
With that being said, does a 14 hit your armor class?
It does not.
Okay, so she reaches her hand out and misses, and that's where her turn is going to end. This one is going down. All right. That's good. That's good. Cree. Your turn.
That guy died, so I'm all free right now. I'm gonna pop my scimitar back into my hand and fly towards this guy.
Okay. Comes screaming down.
Yeah, and screaming quite literally, just like and slice him,
Nice.
slice him with the scimitar again.
All right, go for it.
Oh my god, why? These rolls.
He started off so strong.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did. So you comes flying in. You must still have that sweat in your eye because you swing and completely miss.
Oh, he's lucky.
He's lucky.
Yeah.
And you used all of your movement for that. So
Yeah.
do you want to use a bonus action or anything?
Anyone looking injured apart from myself?
I'm somewhat injured.
You are? You're the one next to me, yeah?
Yes.
I'll
I'm
bonus.
sorry. I'm the one right here. I'm the one right here.
Yeah. I'll bonus action healing word you then. Which is
You just got healed by a stranger. How nice.
7
Not bad.
hit points.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Good job. Carsey, you're
All right. I'm gonna, seeing Balefire still not following me. I'm gonna shift to my other arm, and I'm gonna throw a dagger at the man attacking them.
okay.
Does a 20 hit?
20 is going to hit. Yes.
Does
Sorry,
4
I'm
damage-
moving tokens.
Does 4 damage kill
It didn't beep. 4 damage is going to kill it. So how do you
Alright.
kill it?
I don't know. It just kind of pins her through the heart. Because this is a very sloppy throw. Carsey's just trying to get Balefire's attention.
Okay. All right. Carsey. I'm sorry. Bellfire, you see this dagger just come out of nowhere and catches this person right in the middle of the chest, and they collapse. The air genocide right in front of you.
All right, how far is that? 40 feet. I can bonus action to dash over there. All right, you get over here.
Okay.
I asked, where do they think they're going?
To our ship, you fool.
Can I come with you?
I don't even. What? I don't even know who you are.
I'm going to ask you this one more time. I don't know how many people you just saw I killed out of annoyance. Can I come with you?
We don't have room.
Make room.
So that's all you get to do on your turn.
Okay.
Mina, you see all of this go down, and it is now your turn.
Alrighty. Well, the fellow that he killed is dead, score. So I'm going to. I can't run that far. I think I can run that far.
Roll a perception check for me.
Perception. Okay.
Outstanding.
Oh, yes. Fuck that one.
Okay. You remember the little 12-year-old girl?
Yes.
You hear
Sells
her
fish.
screaming. Yes, she sells fish. You hear her screaming, and as you look over, you see a cloaked Ergenasai with a dagger in its hand about to stab her. And she is up against the rock.
Here. Oops, it's not pinging. There it is.
Yep, that's the one.
Alrighty. Well, as much as I hate to do it.
And he is about 40 feet away.
Okay. Well, I am going to. I hate to get involved, but I will.
It's that moral dilemma.
She's chaotic neutral. Moral dilemma is not really a big deal.
Oh, fair enough. It's more like guidelines.
Yeah. But she likes kids, so score for the kid.
All right, so what are you going to do?
We're trying to bring up a spell.
Fair enough.
Okay. I'm going to imbue one of my bolts with 3 points of
Oh, wow.
5 points.
Okay.
That's the most I can do. And I'm going to fire at the fellow who's messing with the kid.
All right, go for it.
Okay.
God, I hope this hits.
Oh, I've got a spell. If it doesn't, I'll just be wasting a lot of side points. Crossbow, go. Please hit.
Ooh.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Bingo.
Don't mess with a kid when Nina's around.
Right? I want to see the damage. Roll the damage for me.
Okay.
Shit, it was
'Cause
a
it was
5
It was 3d10, right?
3d10. Yes, that's the most side points I can use in a single spell.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
So this one bolt just comes flying out, and she like screams, and it amplifies, and it hits this air genocide, and it almost just disintegrates it as it blows up, and parts of the cloak and the body go flying away from the little girl.
That girl has trauma for life.
She can free fish.
Yeah. Okay. And
Oh, I'm on the ruler. I was like, why can't I move it? It goes flying over here.
yep, that's my action because I'm gonna watch to make sure the kid doesn't get attacked again.
She's
So I'm just gonna
currently
stand there kind of stupidly.
okay. Balefire.
Okay, I'm gonna take the arrows off of these two bodies, and then I'm gonna move over to Mina and say, "Let's board this ship."
Sounds good to me. What kid? Crap. Whale. Shoot. Okay.
Patrick, how many arrows do I get from those bodies?
Let's see. Let's go with 14.
And I picked up arrows as well. How many do I get? It's 14 as well. I take it, or 7.
7.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So you guys, Balefire, you can continue to move if you want to go hop into the boat, or you want to wait for Mina.
I'm gonna wait with Mina. I'm gonna ready an action to shoot anyone that tries to attack her.
Okay. All right. So air genocide going down. You can still see that there's battle going on in the main street. You can still you see flashes of lightning and little explosions from like fireballs and stuff. Just for a little bit of flavor. Ethrin.
Okay, so I don't see him.
Roll another perception check for me.
Okay. Hey.
Peeking behind a rock over here, between the the merchant and the tavern, you spot Kieran.
Okay.
Oops, wrong one. That's the wrong one. But you get the point.
Yeah, I do. Okay, well, I'm gonna note out of that.
No
real
bad.
quick.
Before you go to move, you hear him say, "Wait, don't go."
I do wait. I wait.
You're gonna wait. He's he starts to slowly approach you, and he puts his sword away, and he says, "I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to help you." It's still your turn, by the way.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
And he's, like I said, he's slowly approaching.
Yeah, once he reaches, I guess like after he takes the next step, with each step he takes forward, I'm going to take one back. You didn't seem to want to help us last time.
That's because last time the Lyceum were around, and they can't see what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I can prove it to you, but you have to come with me.
I look and see everybody making towards the boats, and I look at him and shake my head.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just stare at him for a second and then sprint off.
All right, go for it.
Help me, please.
You said help. I kept forgetting that Carsey had actually picked up Tilly. So his body was still in the warehouse. The guy looks at you. Why are you carrying a body?
It's my son.
And he looks at you and says, "But that's a gnome."
Since when is it illegal for a man to marry a woman with another gnome?
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, Etherin, you dash as far as you can. Kree, you
Ooh,
see... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, nope, you go.
I was just going to say, during all of this, you see that these people that aren't part of the town guard that's been fighting these genocide and doing all of this, they're starting to, what you can gather, make their way towards these boats. And then you see sailors are heading towards the docks on the other side as well.
Mm-hmm. And I don't really know who these people are. They're just making their way to some boats, and I'm like, cool, they're doing their thing.
Yeah, they're trying to get away.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I'm going to keep making myself useful for now. And these guys are genocide, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Cool. Are they in the air or on the ground?
These particular ones are actually on the ground.
In that case, I'm gonna fly to them and stay above them for now, and hurl some more produce flame at the one right in front of me. So I'm above, but like, so he can't reach me unless he flies, basically.
Okay. So go for it. Roll your attack.
Oh, finally.
Nice.
And damage is 5. This one has been in... This particular one has actually been in battle for a while. So he's taken a couple of hits. So when your flame hits him, it kind of like engulfs over him, starts to burn him, and in screams of agony, it collapses.
Nice.
I mean, he's got a jug of sweet tea.
That's my go. I'm just gonna stay up in the air, out of range of them at the moment.
Okay.
But keeping an eye on what these other guys are doing, going off to the boat and stuff. Like, I'm curious.
All right. So they are... It's back to Carsey, actually. And before Carsey goes, you see them start to board the boats.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of. Trying to, anyway. Carsey, what do you want to do?
Do I notice Balefire doing his thing, yelling at people to board that boat?
You can see that they're moving towards the boat, but Mina is kind of looking out towards like the where the battle's taking place. You had seen her hurl, or not hurl, but shoot a crossbow in that direction. But they haven't actually made their way towards the boat yet. You could probably recollect that's where they're going.
All right, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash. Throw Tilly in the boat so I can stop carrying him.
So you're gonna run all the way around?
I'm not gonna swim with one arm and a shield. That does not sound like a good idea, in my opinion.
No, it's just funny because like you ran and then you ran back.
It's okay. Throw Tilly into here so I can stop.
All right, good. Let me throw Tilly. Tilly is thrown, all soaking wet. 80 pounds of him.
Yeah. Wait, how much movement was that? Was that 40 something?
It was a lot.
Well, I have a movement speed of 60. Hold on, I'm not done. If it was only 40 something, no, it was 60 something. So,
Yep.
how far away is this chick from me? I have a lot of daggers now, so. Oh, 40
40
feet.
feet.
I can throw at that. I can throw up to 60. Yeah, why not? I have time to kill and waiting on these guys. I'll throw a dagger at her.
Okay. 17's gonna hit her.
Is she aware of me?
Is she aware of you?
Mm-hmm.
No, she would not be.
Get that sneak damage.
Go for it.
Snack.
Yeah, your
Nice.
snack. Your snack.
Sneak attack.
6 or 10 points total is going to kill her.
Yeah.
So your dagger goes flying through and catches her in the throat, and she collapses off of the side of the pier.
Tired of all these genasi in my town.
Oh man.
I have my turn.
Okay. Mina, you see Tilly race past you, or sorry, Carsey race past you, tosses a dagger, and you see him throw
this one?
Tilly into the boat. Yep, that's the one I'm about to. There we
Die.
go.
Okay. So kid is okay and by itself.
Kid is okay. Yes. Matter of fact, let's move the kid into the blacksmith shop. You see her run in there.
Okay, beautiful. And I guess I will join Carsey on the boat.
I'm technically still on that, but I'm going on the boat. So.
Yep.
All right.
Boat. I'm on the boat.
Bellfire.
I grab Ethel and say, "Hey, come on, let's go!" And then I rush to the boat and I yell, "Hey, bird lady, thank you for healing us. You want to escape this town with us?"
Sorry, can you say that again? Something about healing?
I said, "Bird lady, thank you for healing me. Do you want to escape the town with us?"
Well, there's nothing for me here, but as you can see, I don't really need a boat. It's not my turn, so I can't do anything.
Okay. Well, anyway, I say that and I rush and jump onto the boat.
Okay. So this is boat.
And can I ready in action to shoot any of the other enemy creatures that try to follow us?
I swear you said bird. You're gonna shoot the bird?
Yes.
I'm
That's
going to shoot
rude.
any of the other enemy flying creatures that choose the Gnazi?
Genocide.
Genocide. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Gnazi. Anyway, genocide. So I'm going to ready in action to shoot any of them if they start to follow us.
Okay. So you hop in the boat, you do that. Carsey, did you get in the boat?
I didn't have enough movement. I literally had just enough movement to get exactly where I'm standing.
Gotcha. All right. So now it becomes. It's actually Ethrin's turn. Sorry, I almost skipped you, brother.
Okay, I would like to insight check the bird. I just want to would it
Insight check or nature
yeah,
check?
insight check.
Okay.
One of the sensor. Oh,
You're just trying to get her general nature.
Yeah, just is she good? Is she just here to have fun? What is the general feel about her?
Oh.
Nice.
So this would be your. We're going to make this a contested roll. So I'm going to say it would be your deception against
Okay.
his insight.
I mean, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Well, I know. I just want to see if you roll it.
Oh no, yeah, he sees it.
Okay, so seeing that he is. Actually, I'm just going to let you tell him. What's your general nature of your character?
Like right now,
Protective, defensive, that type of thing.
kind of right now, a little bit confused. I was just coming into this town, minding my own business, and there's all this battle going on. I'm just caught in the middle of it all.
So you see that she's helping the townspeople, so you can probably gather that at least she's not attacking, for any kind of vendetta or vengeance or anything like that.
Right.
Literally only attacking the attackers, basically.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna turn to her, say, just like look at you straight, just say, it's dangerous here. There's the wizard things. You should go this way, and I like point towards the boat, and I'm gonna run to the boat. I'm not waiting for a response. I just turn and go.
All right. So you turn and go hop into the boat, and now it is Cree's turn.
These lovely people have been warning me that it's not a good idea to stick around, and I don't know how much I saw before this all started, but I assume I know what's going on down the other end of the city with the wizards.
From your vantage point, yes, you would see that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go in the boat, but I'm gonna fly after them.
Okay. So you just kind of like fly above them, like hovering type thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how fast this boat is, but
it's manpower.
yeah. I can probably fly faster.
I'm going to go with you on that one. All right, Carsey?
Because I think most of our strength's not very high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Etherin's got the highest one, but
Try go to the prow and I'll pull you along.
I have a little.
My mic is muted. Okay, that's why I was again sassy. Goodness. Does it look like a good idea to get into this boat?
It could fit one more.
Oh, are you serious? Jump in. Perfect. That's all I needed to hear.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I take out the dagger and like cut the rope, holding it to the dock.
Damn, there goes my plan.
As he does this, I guess I'll kick us off, and I say, "Follow the captain."
All right, so you guys, you see them. They take away the rope and everything, and they grab their oars and they start paddling out into the sea towards the ship. You can see Grimshaw taking on a couple of the air genocide. He cut them down with his pickaxe, and then you begin to see what's left of the air genocide start to levitate back towards the flying citadel. And at this point, the flying citadel is actually, you hear this bellowing horn. And you assume that it's like in a sound of a retreat. So the air genocide are flying back up towards it as it itself begins to float back into the clouds. And you guys are getting further and further away from the town and closer to the ship. And I'm going to step away from the computer for just 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I will be right back, I promise.
Okay, so how are we going to convince the captain to let us on the ship?
Daggers, knives. You're scary.
Well, we know who actually did whatever the crime was, so we can. I'm sorry, I'm being quick. Patrick is gone, so we can tell her that we can clear her name because otherwise she can't come back to the town.
We could tell her that
we don't have evidence. We know that she didn't do it, though.
Right, but she doesn't know that.
We could tell the fate of the world's kind of a thing.
We really need to escape.
You really need to fix your mic, buddy.
And we have a bag of holding stuffed full of gems and coins.
Yeah, and we know Keith. At least Mina knows Keith because he's the one that she talked to before about helping them break out. So.
Okay, so one of the people so they know we were going to try.
Yes.
Okay, I think we got enough. I shouldn't talk.
No, it's good.
I think Mina probably has the best charisma score because I have a -1 charisma score.
Mina's charisma is not that great.
It's pretty.
It's better than -1. I'm pretty sure Carson's is a -1 too, isn't it?
It's not. It is 11. I have an 11.
All right.
Does Pre have a good charisma?
I have 14. Okay.
You want to know my charisma?
Are you charismatic?
You don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
She's an owl.
that's true.
Yeah, owls are cute.
Okay, so this is what happens. You guys start getting closer to the ship, and Kree, you're flying above them, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see shadows like swirling, like swimming, like something large swimming underneath
Fucking
the boat.
forgot.
I did not forget, but I was told not to go down the well, so this is plan B.
But it seems to stay there. It seems to just kind of circle underneath the waves,
Yeah.
but never surfaces.
This is one thing, not multiple.
Yes, you can see that it's one large thing, probably about twice the size of these rowboats.
Okay, I'll probably, point and be like, you have a bit of company down there.
Oh.
Would you say it's hidden?
It would definitely be hidden beneath the waves.
Then I will use my eye for deceit to try to spot a hidden creature.
Okay, go for it.
My computer is trying to die.
I can't help you with that. But...
What I'm saying is, give me 1 second. So basically, I just make a perception check.
Wait, what's a human rogue in the middle of an ocean doing with a computer?
That's what I was wondering.
Roll a death save.
What is the computer? Is it this magical device?
Can I do a nature check to see if I know what it is?
Okay, so you are not able to identify it, but yes, Kree, you can roll a nature check to see if you can figure out what it is.
Ooh.
So it does get close enough to the surface that you can see that it has these black and white markings, and then you recognize it just from the general shape and the size that it is in fact a dragon orca.
A dragon orca?
Yes, it has that name because it's a hybrid whale type with a dragon head, and these plates that are across its back, and it's this very thick armor.
I'll just do another pass over the boat and just sort of. Do I know these things? I mean, they're obviously dangerous, but do I know anything about them other than the fact that it's a dragon and an orca thing?
Well, you know that with that roll, I'll give you. They don't really attack boats or ships or anything like that. They're more all about seals and those types of creatures, or anything swimming on top or floating on top. In Tilly's case, they don't have any other kind of like magical attacks or anything like that.
Okay.
They just they have their name strictly based off of the way they look.
Okay, cool. So it's not going to start spouting fire or anything.
No.
Great. I'll swoop past again and just say, I think it's all right. It looks like a dragon orca. It shouldn't be dangerous, but stay ready.
Does anybody want to like look over the boat?
Balefire does not want to fall in.
What do you mean look over?
Balefire ignores the bait given by the DM.
Because you asked that, we don't want to do it, man.
You just kind of like pull your limbs all back together and be like, I'm not dangling over the boat.
Please keep them all inside the vehicle.
Yep. Have to paddle then.
So you guys get to the ship, and I actually currently still have you on the map because you went a completely different way than I wanted you to go. So I have a ship, but I don't have the ship ready. So you get back to the ship. They start getting the captain back on board, and you're at the edge of the ship, but they haven't thrown down any kind of rope ladders or anything to try and get you up. And this guy, Mina, you recognize him. You know him as Keith. You met him early one morning. He looks over, and he just kind of he says something to the guy standing next to him, and they start to throw down ladders to you guys.
Sweet.
So at that point, you guys can get on, like, go up to the deck of the boat.
All right, we get on.
Yeah, take Tilly with us.
Yeah.
The Drunken Plague is the name of the ship. It has 3 masses, full of sails, but at this moment they're not down. It has a crew. You see a bunch of people, but the crew is probably around 35 or so, give or take. Most of them look human, but one in particular stands out to you, and he is a red dragonborn. And the reason he stands out to you is because you've never seen a dragonborn before, because they are mostly in hiding. And he just kind of scowls at you and walks into the captain's quarters, because you don't see the captain anymore, by the way. And then you get up, and Mina, as you're getting to the top of the ladder, Keith is actually the one that helps you up.
Oh.
And he looks at you and he says, well, I'm glad to see you again.
Thanks for the ladder. Yeah, we didn't get to be very much help. Looks like you didn't need it.
What's the plan now?
I don't know. We found out who actually murdered the half-orc, but we still don't have evidence.
I don't think it matters anymore. We're all on the boat.
Fair enough.
So he actually...
Unless you want to use the port again.
I'm sorry?
Unless they want to use the port again, because now they have a escaped criminal as the captain.
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. You guys, everybody else is up on the boat, and you see this guy interacting with Mina at this moment. Actually, I'm going to take this down real quick. Now, since you know him, how do you want to lead this conversation?
I guess we need to talk to the captain and see if we can get a ride, because I know we were talking about getting a ride in exchange for helping, but we didn't really help.
Are you asking him that?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, well, if you want to talk to the captain, you need to go ask her yourself. Seriously?
Okay.
Damn phone's ringing. I swear I unplugged the damn thing.
It happens once per session.
Oh,
Uh-oh, we lost Zach. Okay.
there he goes.
So he directs you to the captain. And he kind of escorts you up to the captain's quarters, where this door leads into... I'm trying to think where... Damn it, what is it called? The captain's quarters is underneath the...
Deck?
Can we just go to the captain's quarters?
Yeah, sure, go for it. I'm trying to think what the
There's
hell
a
the
term
damn
for that,
wheel
but I don't know
is.
what it is either.
I do that every time. Anyway, yes, you can go to the captain's quarter, knock on the door. This woman answers the door, and you recognize her. She's got short red hair. She is a human, very slender figure, and she looks at you and she's like, what do you want? You're on my ship.
Yeah, we were hoping to get a ride.
Where do you want to go?
The Isle of Serpents.
And she thinks about it for a second, and she says, what are you going to do for me?
I'm not entirely sure. What do you need?
We have a whole lot of money. A whole lot of money.
And about that time, you hear a commotion on the side of the ship that you guys came up on.
Okay.
Climbing over the side of the rail is a man dressed in the black robes and brown trim, and he's got a short sword on his side.
Oh,
He followed us.
why?
It's not. It's hold on. It's only one person. I bet I know who it is.
And you recognize him as
Hellfire ready his
Kieran.
bow.
And you recognize him as Kieran. Now, actually, I meant to ask Kree, what are you doing in this time?
I guess I'm just sort of perched on the side of the ship, like not on the deck, literally on the railing, and just observing everything.
Okay.
I just keeping an eye on everyone.
Now you saw this guy approach on a rowboat, and you didn't really pay any attention of it. You just thought it was somebody else from the town. So when he climbed up the side of the ship, hopped over, everybody like kind of ready their action, like they were about to pull swords, and you see Bellfire knock his arrow, but he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's just standing there and he's waiting.
I'm just watching. I don't know this guy, and I don't know these people on this boat either.
That's a fair statement.
Etherin.
What do you want?
That's what you ask him?
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, I told you I came here to help you.
Here for deceit.
Go for it.
I'm choking because I ate food.
What?
I'm choking.
Oh.
Bellfire glares at him and says, like, you tried to help us last time?
I'm gonna interject and say, guys, we don't need to start a fight on a ship when we're trying to get help.
I believe you, but I'm just trying to figure out if he's lying or not.
You
And she
seem to
says it with
think
the same bored voice.
you seem to think that he's telling you the truth.
All right, I relay that to the group and I turn around.
Can I insight check this new guy as well?
Sure.
Cool. I see one thing more.
Once again, you think from his mannerisms, the way he came onto the ship, that he means no harm.
Okay. I give him like a side-eye look, but don't do anything.
Cree, what do your owl eyes see?
You said you'd prove it. Now's your chance.
He says, can you get me inside? I need to get out of sight.
I look behind me because I don't have the authority to do that. I guess I look for any crew member.
The captain looks at you and she's like, is he a friend of yours? Or do I need to tell my crew to dispose of him?
Carson gives a small. I give a small laugh. I don't think you guys could kill him even if you wanted to. I'm afraid you call him a friend. We call
For
him
now.
Yeah, acquaintance for now, if anything.
She says, you can take him below deck if you'd like.
Thank you.
We take him below deck.
Sure. You want to take him below deck?
Okay, have fun, guys.
So Mina's going to stay up top?
Oh, we still have to have a conversation with the captain about what she's getting in return.
She looks at you and she says, we'll discuss that later.
Alrighty. Thank you. And I guess I go with that.
Cree, you see them start to go below deck. Do you
I'm
want to...
happy enough up deck, I think. Is that what you call it? On deck? That's it. On deck. I'm not a fan of enclosed spaces.
So one of the guys that's like doing stuff on the ship, they've started to pull up the anchor, and they're gonna try and get out of the harbor.
Yeah.
One of the guys looks at you and he says, "Hey, you! Would you like to go up in the crow's nest?"
Is that meant to be a joke?
No, I'm being serious.
I'm gonna insight check him. Is he joking?
Most definitely joking.
Oh god. Oh, he's completely serious.
Yeah. Yep. You definitely think now he's serious. And he starts laughing and you're just like, he's being serious.
I'm like, okay, I'm up there. I fly up.
He just kind of watches you go up. All right, so she goes to the crow's nest. So they start to, like I said, they're trying to get out of harbor, so they're readying the sails and all that kind of stuff. You guys go down below deck and you find a secluded room. And Kieran looks at you, Etherin, and he says, I'm sorry about before. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, no, it's. I mean, what do you say to that?
He says, it was nothing personal.
Balefire is going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
You have no spell slots left.
It allows me to transfer it.
You have to do that the turn after.
No, you haven't been concentrating. Sorry.
Okay. I'll give you the concentration.
It felt pretty personal last time.
It was a performance.
Pretty convincing.
And it worked.
Worked.
And
Do
he
what?
and he looks at actually, damn, where's Tilly?
I don't know. He just
We put him up on the boat. We put him up on the rowboat, and then we didn't really do anything else with him.
At the
Okay,
bottom
so-
of the board.
So Tilly got left on the rowboat. Gotcha.
No, at the
No,
We
I
put him
mentioned bringing him
off of the
aboard.
rowboat. Like, we pulled him off the rowboat onto the deck.
He might
And
be up
then,
on the
yeah.
deck still. Nobody paid attention to him. Poor guy.
They probably just think he's like a little like bag or something laying by the edge of the.
Kree, you notice the little gnome still, like, everybody's kind of walking around him. He's huddled up in some tarp. They kind of
Oh,
just
yeah.
left him there.
He's not looking good, is he?
No, not looking good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're so dumb.
Oh yeah, he's dying.
I'll go down and take a look at him.
So while you're doing that, he looks at the four of you. Kieran does, and he says, well, how can I prove it to you? What do I need to do to prove that I'm here to help you?
Does that? Why do you want to help us?
Because you have no idea what you're up against.
And what are we up against?
Something you've never seen before.
You
And
know
if
the
I-
whole the whole talking in cryptic isn't really helping your case, bud.
He looks at Mina and he says, you've ran into one before. So when I tell you that it's an Iliathid, you know what it is.
When it's a what?
Illithid. She gets a very dark expression and kind of shuffles uncomfortably.
So at this point, he looks at you and says, if you truly want to take the Lyceum down, you would attack now when his numbers are weakened. He just lost a lot of soldiers at Levres, which is why I brought them there.
We would definitely be weak against an Illithid. And its minions.
We don't want to kill people.
Illithid is not a people. It's an it.
Well, but the Lyceum. We're not.
They're
interested.
mind controlled. They're minions.
Can Balefire connect that the thing he said and with Mina talking about is like the slug thing that was on their necks?
I tell you what, I'll let you roll a nature check. I'll give that to you. So you've heard of the term Iliathid before, but more commonly known as a mind flayer. You know that it specializes in mind control, but normally it's an entire hive. But the way Kieran is describing it, it's one. It's not an entire hive. So, so Kieran looks at you and says, "Now do I have your trust?"
No, how are you not affected by this?
check me. He throws up his hands and he's giving you permission to search his body.
Okay, but
Balefire like examines his eyes.
They look normal human eyes.
how are you not affected by this?
Because I willingly went to work for him.
Okay.
Why?
Make it easier.
So I could gain its trust. Because that was the only way I would be able to bring it down.
What does it want?
To rule the world. It was responsible for the dragon onslaught. It took control of the Lyceum. And it took control of the dragons. To destroy everyone.
So you're telling the truth?
Roll an insight. Oh, you did.
I said your seat. I guess
Actually,
talking. So
yeah. Yes, from what you can tell, he is actually telling the truth.
right, I gotta believe him.
How did you know in the first place?
That's a very good question.
Is a
He says, let's see, did I actually no. Did we ever come up with a timeline for when he left the monastery?
We didn't come up with an exact one. It was
Okay.
just before I got there 10
Okay.
years ago.
So we're going to say that he actually, this is what, okay. Anyway, sorry. He looks at you and says, before I left the monastery, I came across one of his minions. They attempted to recruit me, and I went along with their plan, which is why I left the monastery.
I have another question for him if anyone doesn't mind.
Go ahead.
Catherine, you okay with this? Me asking a question?
What about what?
Can I ask a question, or did you have a follow-up?
Yeah, you can ask.
What were the items you're looking for from us when you attacked the monastery?
Clues to where the rod of
Okay.
dragon control is.
I need names. I need.
No, just clues.
All right,
The
I
map.
leave.
He was going to say the map.
Right? What form does the map take place in?
The map. The map were the clues that led you to where you're going to next.
Okay, is it on a piece of paper or is it on a piece of metal?
He looks at you and says, I don't know. I've never seen it.
So you just came into this temple and wanted us to give you something you didn't know what it looked like.
yeah.
Pretty much.
I leave. I'm gonna go check on this bird person.
I look at him and I say, then how come when we offered you the things that we had, you knew it wasn't them?
Because I could tell you were lying.
But we didn't even know. They were things that we thought were clues.
Somebody
we
knew.
We
Nah,
knew.
yeah, somebody knew.
Mina's gonna message him and say, even if you did work for him willingly, how does he not know your thoughts? Because he can use telepathy as probably much more naturally than I can.
He says, actually, no, because it'd be in his head. He messages you back and he says, if you're willing to work with me, I will show you.
And she agrees.
Okay.
So he just says that out loud.
No,
No,
they kind of like intently
Kinda like
peer at one
staring.
another.
Okay. Yeah.
And you've seen her use this trick before, so you can kind of gather that that's what's going on.
And she says aloud, I believe him.
Okay, so Carsey, you get up there and you see Cree come down, and she's looking over Tilly. And he's not looking too good, but he looks stable at the same time.
He's not dead close enough.
Can I go and place a hand on him and cast Cure Wounds?
Yes, you may.
Level 1, yes, please. Cool.
But it does bring him back. So the gnome opens up his eyes, and who can do the best impersonation of Tilly?
I don't know. He uses this really weird voice, and I can't do it.
That's probably as close as it's gonna come.
Whoa, who was that?
That should be his voice.
Hey, I'm doing much better now.
That's great.
Let's go with it. Okay,
Thank you.
okay, Reed. So he gets up and he says thank you in his best gnomish voice he possibly can, but he does clear his throat because he does that a lot. And he's like, "Where am I?" Wait, how would he say it?
Where are we at, guys?
Where are we?
Why is the road rocking? Where are we?
Yep. All right, I'm gonna say we're on a boat. I turn to the owl person. Who are you? What do you want? And how
Sorry?
who are you and what do you want?
Well, my name's Cree, and I didn't particularly want anything. I'm just here. Trying to live my life, get away from all of that crazy stuff that was happening in the city or the town.
Then you are following the wrong people because all that crazy stuff is following us.
Compared to the town, right now I think this ship is a lot less crazy, and my wings could use a rest.
So at this time, Kieran, seeing Carsey go up to the top, goes and follows him. And basically, he's trying to get everybody together.
I've had enough of Kieran's bullshit. So
he says, he comes up and he says, "So what say you? Do we attack the Mind Flayer, or do we continue on your ridiculous quest? We can end this now."
The question is, a mind flayer that can control dragons and control these people.
Only with the rod.
Well, he can control all of the Lyceum.
But
Is
most of his
probably
minions are dead right now.
Far more powerful than we are, even without his minions.
And he looks at you and says, "I'll let you in on a little secret. The only reason he can control so many is because of those slug-like creatures that he puts on the back of him.
Yeah.
He lost a good bit of his minions when he attacked the air genocide at Levres. I'm telling you, we can take him now."
Violet said to find the dragon.
Is everyone hearing this right now, or is it just Mina?
Everybody, you guys are together, including Kree.
So I look at him, I say, even if we kill them now, is he even there? Where is he? Where is it?
He's currently in the tower east of Dragon's Bluff.
So even if we kill the Lyceum here now, it won't change anything. We still can't get to him.
Wait. All right, hold on. I'm confused. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you misunderstood Andrew. He wants to take us to the tower to kill the thing.
Oh, okay. I thought he was wanting us to go back to the beach and attack the Lyceum.
Yeah. No.
Now, Kree, you recognize this because you live near, or your people, your tribe lives near Dragon's Bluff at White Falls Cliffs.
Yeah.
And that's literally right next to the Dragon's Bluff and the Tower of the Lyceum. So this is an immediate threat to your home.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's a what living in a tower? Where?
Very old mind flayer.
Mind flayer. Do I know what they are? Because I do. Does Kree know?
Roll a nature check, and we're going to see if you've heard any kind of legends or anything.
No.
Nope. You have no idea.
Yeah, what's a mind flayer?
I'll send her an image of one.
In your head?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I believe you are the only person that's actually met one. While everybody else has probably read something. Because especially Etherin with his library that he grew up with.
Yeah, it's all some basics. Eat brains, stuff like that.
So you get this image of this creature with this basically a squid face. Uses psionics and to take control of people's minds.
Am I at all shocked about having a sudden image in my head from nowhere?
Most definitely.
Obviously, pre.
Roll a sanity check for me. No, I'm joking.
It's wisdom in D&D.
What did you say?
No, I was just saying, yes, you would most definitely be taken aback by this.
Yeah, you just see Cree like.
Her stoic nature is just all of a sudden disrupted.
Hold some feathers.
Quite literally.
So this mind flare is not good news, I take it.
If what he's saying is true, he's controlling the Lyceum.
That's bad.
Yes.
Yes.
And in general, they're not good because they live off the brains of creatures while they're still alive.
Gross.
Yes.
And you know that if they eat the brain, they also gather the knowledge
Memories.
from said brain. And memories, yes.
Yeah, I'll impart that little tidbit too.
So he has
Really
knowledge the
gross.
entire Lyceum.
No, he would have to consume their brain, and right now he's just controlling them.
So are these little slug things him too? Like, are they him?
I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, I was about to say, Mina doesn't recollect that part, but you assume that it's some sort of form of him. Because you know that the nature of the Mind Flayer colony and how they're
Hives.
Yeah, how they're
Could be,
developed, how new
left
ones
over
are
from
formed.
the elder brain or something. Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, she rambles a little bit and then stops talking.
Cree's just stood there nodding, looking very grave.
So at this point, seeing you guys on the deck, the captain comes out and she's like, "All right then, where are we headed?"
Serpent Isles. It's what we came here originally to do. It's what we're gonna do. I don't know about Mr. Almost kill our friend here, Kieran, but I was sent here by a name named Michael. So
But we have an opportunity to take out the Lyceum, who are trying to kill us.
well, yeah, would you rather have a dragon at your side when you go in there, or what's up?
Well, there aren't dragons around right now, so
That's what you all say.
She's like, "Hurry up, I need to know."
I don't know about you, but I have no idea where the Serpent Isle is, and I have no inkling to go there.
We know where the Serpent Isle is, more or less, but an illithid is nothing to be taken lightly.
Well, if it's threatening my home, I vote illithid. Not that I know you guys have any control over what you want to do, but yeah.
I asked the captain, would it be quicker to go over there to Dragon Bluff or to the Serpent Isle?
She looks at you and she says, "Definitely Dragon's Bluff."
Balefire, you think about this really carefully, okay?
Hold on, let me bring up the map. Go ahead, you guys you talk.
I understand quick gratification sounds rather rewarding, but I don't think this is something we, as a party, are prepared to take on just yet.
It's a fair
Especially, what?
Said
Oh.
it's a fair statement.
But I believe by the time we have the Rod of Dragon Control, I don't even. Its name is literally Dragon Control. Which is what Lyceum are after. So now since Kieran has said here that they're now rebuilding the ranks, now we even have less problems to go get the rod. Yes.
And then once we're going up against them, we have what they're looking for and we're doing the work for them.
Yeah.
At least this way, if we die, it's still missing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, Mrs. Alperson lady, I'm very sorry about your home, but mine just got destroyed. I don't know if you know that or not. So I am sympathetic to you, but I don't know you, so he just kind of walks away.
Creus nods.
Say that one more time.
I just said Cree just nods.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, I thought you had cut out there for a second.
Oh no.
Yeah. Balefire kind of wants to go there too because his home's right there as well.
Yep. The Lyceum's tower is right between the bluffs that we're talking about and the Veiled Forest.
Well, here, Balefire, I want to give you the choice that I always give Tilly. If you really want to go there, there are plenty of rowboats. If you want to go there alone, be my guest.
Balefire looks at Carsey and says, "I want to go as a group. Wherever we go, we need to go as a group. We need to decide amongst all of us."
All right, sounds good. And I look to Ethred.
The deciding factor.
Yeah.
The voice of reason.
Why me?
Because you're the last one to talk.
And because he's a member of your order, more or less.
So Kieran looks at Ethrin and he says, "Brother, come with me now.
I look to Ethred and I say,
Let's take them out."
after everything he went through, do you really think he's your brother? Remember that time I saved you from falling off a bridge?
I need to think about that for a second. Hang on. I'm trying to think like what Epton would feel about the brother thing because I wasn't expecting that at
So
all.
Kim says yes. Zach says no. Balefire wants to do what the group decides upon. So it's down to Ethrin. Because Cree hasn't really made a decision.
No, Cree made her decision.
Oh yeah, she said she wanted to go. Okay. That's 2, 4, 1 no, and 1 that will just go with the group.
Well, I don't know. Mina was sounded kind of shifty at the end there.
No, I'm just saying, if we're gonna go up against an Illithid, we probably don't need that rod because if we fail, we'll have just given him what he needed.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's my view.
I want to do an insight check because I actually haven't done one yet.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for. I want to insight that brother comment.
To see if he's sincere?
Is it a manipulation or is it he actually like considers me not a brother but like an ally, like a comrade, like someone he wants to work with?
Okay, give me an insight check. You believe that he is sincere.
All right. Then we're going to Lyceum.
Okay.
Oop. I heard that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3 votes for the Lyceum.
Guess so.
So
Poor Carsey. He's not happy.
He's not happy. He's
Chile doesn't get a vote, does he?
nope.
Sucks to suck.
He's
He kind
crying.
of lost that right when he went flying to the water.
He's crying at the moment.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, where's his pet?
All right, so that's actually where we're gonna end this episode.
Wait, do we even have crooks?
no, he died. No, he's fine. That thunder cannon died, not the thing.
Oh, he lost another thunder cannon.
Oh man, that poor guy.
Because I didn't grab it out of the water.
And Crooks got left back at Levres.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Oops.
Crooks behind, guys.
Sorry, I forgot about his pet.
Oh, me too.
I didn't think about it until just now when you said that Tilly was crying. I was like, oh no, he doesn't have crooks.
Who is Crooks?
Yeah, about that.
His barking cat. Christine.
He made a what do you call him? He's a little mechanical cat that he created because he's a tinkerer gnome.
Yeah.
And he kind of messed it up when he was creating it. So instead of meowing, it barks. So he's followed him along, and actually he lost his first thunder cannon because he decided to save Crooks and let the cannon fall into the cavern. Or the chasm.
He claimed that like his life is connected to it or whatever.
I think
He died.
Patrick
He
said that.
died. That's not true in the Artificer thing, but like it's his thing.
I think Patrick was one that said that.
Yeah, I mean that's perfectly fine. It doesn't break the game, so we're good.
What if someone just steps on it and he dies? Like
I actually asked people that are viewing in the chat if they wanted the Lyceum or the Isle of Serpents, and nobody responded. So you guys chose the Lyceum, so that's where the captain has steered the ship, and you guys are headed there for the next episode.
what?
Woohoo.
Okay,
Which I will
Arita.
not be here for, by the way. I think I told you already.
Yes, Cree is probably going to end up staying on the ship. She's going to be out of town, so
Yeah.
Tilly or Aaron should be back. So we'll still be 5 strong.
We'll need it if we're attacking the Lyceum.
I don't know. I might play Cree. So yeah, so I guess that's where we're gonna call it a night. Does that work for you guys?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I need to go to bed.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, it's
what
late.
3 a.m. for you.
So where are you?
2:15. I'm in England.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The other side of the pond.
Up super, well, it's not that late for me, but still late.
What time is it there?
2:15 in the morning.
Oh, no, it's really early, actually.
So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna say thank you to everybody that watched the show and all that kind of fun stuff. Thank you guys for coming on.
It was fun.
But I'm gonna stop the stream, but don't go anywhere.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night, guys.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank y'all.